Okay, folks, I'd like to welcome you this afternoon to Seashore. We'll ask if everyone could find a seat, please.
Come on.
Back in the old days, you could hang from the straps, but our insurance regulations will all have to be seated. There's the space right up here, too, man.
My camera.
Welcome to Seashore. This car that we're on, number 631, is from New York City, and after it was through there, it went to Vienna, Austria, where it ran for a number of years after World War II, and then it came back here in 1981, and it was restored in the shops, and it just started service this spring. This is the first year we've run this car. Very nice car. What we're doing now, we're heading out on our main line ride. This goes about 1.5 miles out of the woods, and then we'll head back in. And from there, unless the weather breaks, we'll be able to take a walking tour up to the restoration shop and initially learn the trolley that was built in the early 1900s. And it ran from Bedford down to New Hampshire border, and it ran right up through this whole area. I might mention as we go, this museum was established in 1939. It has grown a lot since then. We now have around 1,100 members, and in our collection we have a little over 200 cars, and of that about 40 of them are restored and operable. The museum is owned and operated by its members. We're volunteers. We do this because we enjoy it and we think it's worthwhile restoring and preserving these cars, maybe giving at least a small taste of what life was back when people depended on these for work and for recreation mode. Okay, we're coming up now to the present end of our main line. That car ahead of us was brought up here for the work crew to take shelter in if it decides it's going to rain. Straight ahead of that car, the continuation of the right-of-way, this looks like a footpath. And what we're working on now, off to the right, is another loop of tracks, like the one way you got on at our visitor center.
A couple winters ago, it had hardly any snow.
2 inches.
Yeah, but then the winter, last year or year before, it was like when we had 2.5 feet of snow, one side, and then another foot of snow. My husband almost knocked the snow blow in his door.
March. I went to March and it snowed every other day.
Yeah, yeah. But then some years it's like no snow for Christmas. Hardly ever now. When I was a kid, we had snow Thanksgiving. Skating. We used to go skating Thanksgiving. But I don't put ice in the ponds. Where I grew up, we used to build tunnels. Now we don't see that January.
The atmosphere's warming up.
It is. It's not like that. It's the ozone layer. Yeah, it's changing. Because Memorial Weekend getting colder and colder. When I was a young kid, I remember going to school. I got parades and stuff.
Some wildlife. Occasionally we see deer, and last year there was a moose that was in the middle of the track. They have a pretty good picture that somebody took of it at the time. We didn't argue with him, we just waited for him to leave. This is the stop that we make here. It's just a safety stop. Since the line is downhill pretty much all the way back to the station, we like to make sure that everything's working properly before we get down into the yard area.
This one doesn't. No, just about. A few of them do, not that many.
You can hear the whistle from the house.
Oh, really? Yeah. A couple of them are really loud.
Yeah. The kids can pick up on it. They come running and, Mommy, Mommy, the Charlie, Charlie.
They should know which one it is by the sound.
Right.
This is a sign on our left here that says Reserve Crossing. We wanted to point this out. we're keeping this as a example of the farm crossings that were once on this line. Back in the early 1900s when the original trolley line was built, of course they had to get permission to cross the various farmers' property going up through here. They didn't own it all. So one of the deals that they had to make to get permission was farm crossings like this one. And they agreed to stop and pick up the farmer or his family if they wanted to go into town to run errands. Also, they agreed, the motorman or the conductor would like pick up a prescription at the drugstore and they'd stop on the way by and leave it off. So they kind of a nice little service going there. We've saved this one just as an example. It probably would have been some kind of a little platform or a step or something. And just ahead, beyond that yellow signal lamp, under the track, if any guys are doing the scavenger hunt, there is what appears to be a granite culvert. It's quite filled in now. The story is that this was originally built as a cow tunnel, so that the cows could cross under the track rather than having to cross over. It's right there, and it comes through on this side here. So the cows could go under rather than having to cross the track because the danger of the cows and the cows meeting. It's a nice story. I'm not sure if it's really true or not. On our right, 2 storage barns that are not open to the public. Also, some outside storage tracks for cars that are awaiting restoration or saved for parts or storage, whatever.
Railroad ties. How much you lose?
A very long undertaking to do the restoration. We have people here who are specializing in all different kinds of crafts. Some people like to do woodwork, some are good at metalwork, welding, painting. There's a little bit of everything going on here. People who restore stained glass windows, different leaf and stained glass windows, Okay, let's head on down before we all have an extra sauna here. We'll continue on.
Was ist an Truck? Was ist an Trolley? Wie viele Trucks sind hier?
Das hat er gar nicht gesagt.
Good chance to see what the wheels look like. They sent those out with different styles and types there.
Itchy. Go back? Yes. Can we go back, John?
Okay. The next one behind it is a horse-drawn omnibus. These were the first public transit that kept to a specific route on a specific schedule. It was really the start of public transit. It was a very rough ride, I would think. This one in later years was used as a police paddy wagon. That's why the windows are covered over. They hauled the prisoners from jail to court. It must have been a pretty grim ride. So that was really the first for public transit. Behind it would be the next step in evolution. This is a horse car. It ran on rails, pulled by 1 or 2 horses. They found that a horse could pull more people if it was riding on rails rather than just on the city streets. And then behind that is a San Francisco cable car. It's behind the next step in operation. This was operated by a cable that ran in a slot under the street. The cable was moving all the time, and the car grabbed a hold of it and went off the road. Although they're still in use there.
Stop.